Hello everybody! That sounds stupid. You sound like a f***ing idiot. Welcome back to Science whatever. This is episode 2, and this is a very special episode because I'm gonna try and do a really good job. Today's episode is brought to you by cheese. I just ate a bunch of it. Scientists have discovered another freak inside the ocean. It's called a ghost shark, and it lives deep, deep underwater, which is the best for all of us because it is horrific. It is very, very ugly, and I hope to never see one in real life. The scientist who found it named it after her grandmother because she said, quote, "She proudly supported me throughout my career," which, like, that's great and everything, but I just can't imagine she would want to be named after this. She's like, "Look, Grandma, it's you," and she's like, "Wow, I support you." Have you ever been about to fall asleep and then suddenly you jerk awake? There's a name for it. It's called hypnagogic jerk. And scientists have finally done a study on why it happens. And the answer is, they don't know. They have no f***ing idea. They did a whole study and they still are just like, I don't know why that happens. Sometimes you're just about to fall asleep and then you jerk awake. So good luck out there, you freaky little night jerks jerking awake. Yep. 2 new species of snail have been named after Lord of the Rings characters, which really should not be surprising to anyone because the Venn diagram of snail experts and extreme Lord of the Rings fans is pretty much a circle, or a ring, if you will. What a good joke. Good job to me for making that joke. I think that's the best snail / Lord of the Rings joke that you're gonna see all fiscal year. I like this guy. Scientists have discovered a prehistoric bird, and it's so stupid looking. I mean, it's got a really long beak with a bunch of stupid teeth at the end. Scientists think the teeth were extremely strong and they use them as a weapon, which kind of makes sense because this bird looks like it was bullied by other animals. In fact, here's an artist's recreation of what it probably looked like. The T-Rex is just like, "Hey, what are you doing, you stupid dumb bird?" This stupid bird face. And the bird's like, you know, and T-Rex is like, you pecked my eyes out. I dislike when that happens. And then the meteor comes in the, I'm really just kind of winging it here right now. This article states that this fish has 6 legs that act like tongues, which I find to be an incredibly strange way to phrase that. It just sounds like something a scientist would report after doing something weird to the fish. He's just like, "Hey, I found a new fish over the weekend. 6 tongues, if you know what I mean." And his friend's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, anyway, I'm probably gonna do some more studies on it if you catch my drift." And the other scientist is like, Please stop. I no longer want to work here." A new study has found that mountain lions in Los Angeles are becoming nocturnal in order to avoid humans, which is kind of what happened to me when I lived in Los Angeles, because people there are so horrible that I would just sleep through the entire day in a deep depression and then just stay up all night playing NBA Live. And then I'd run to people that'd be like, "You shouldn't stay up all night. You're gonna hang out in the daytime. Why are you staying up all night?" And I'd be like, because I don't like you and I don't want to talk to you." This is exciting. NASA has issued a $20,000 challenge to whoever can come up with the best idea on how to rescue an astronaut from the moon. Like in the case that an astronaut gets stuck on the moon, how would you get him down? I have a great idea, which is don't go to the moon. We don't need to go there anymore. We went there before. It was boring. We don't need to go there anymore. And I think there's a lot of places that we don't need to go that we keep exploring around. We don't need to go to the bottom of the ocean. We don't need to go to our families for the holidays. And we do not need to go to the moon. And just to be clear, all 3 of those places are equally dangerous and I don't want to go anywhere. But this story inspired me to issue my own challenge, and it's to Bill Nye the Science Guy. I challenge you to a science duel, which, to be clear, it's a regular duel, but we'll wear lab coats and stuff. But there will still be swords. Anyway, if you know Bill Nye, if you know anyone, just get him the message that I would like to fight him, and whoever wins is the new top guy around Science Town. This next segment is titled Animals That Existed, but I just found out about them, so I'm pretty excited. This is the checkerboard worm lizard, which, first off, 10 out of 10 on the name. That's for sure what I would have called it. It looks like a checkerboard and a worm and a lizard all combined into one. But what's interesting about it is that it only lives in this region of North Africa, which if you zoom in, you'll notice kind of looks like a worm lizard. And if you zoom out even further, to the Milky Way, this section that we live in also kind of looks like a worm lizard, and that's interesting because that means those two things look like worm lizard. I mean, I don't give a shit. And that's the end of this second episode. If you don't like it, mind your business. I don't want to hear about it. Bye-bye.